lot of people don't get it that we have different information amongst us, but because we don't reach out and communicate and find out what our brothers and sisters are really dealing with, the information may be right there with them. So we got to get back to brotherhood. This is the thing I'm saying today, and back to sisterhood. And that's one of the things that our God taught.
That's my brother.
That's my brother. Our God,
That's my brother.
was originally a part of a group called the Blood Brothers. That's how we operated in the 60s. Even though we weren't biological brothers, we said we got the same blood because we trying to live in a righteous way. And our God reminded
That's
me
my
on
brother.
Our God
That's my brother.
reminded me on many occasions when I was on the left and he was on the right to get right. And I did the same for him, but he was my older brother. And he treated me like a little brother. That's what brought me to the knowledge, not the information, because I'm a rocket scientist. I'm serious, man. I love learning. Anything got to do with reading, learning. I established the only black library on the East Coast above New York City called the African Roots Library. And the reason I did that is because I said literacy, if it's finance, whatever you illiterate to, 6th degree. That's what you're going to get victimized by, especially in this day and time. Now, our next speaker is, now we got two, we getting a two on this one, is my brother Power Now.
That's
and,
my brother.
And my sister True Equality.
That's my sister.
Peace.
Peace. Peace to the gods.
Peace.
Peace to the earth.
Peace.
Peace to the children.
Peace.
I'm not real big on public speaking, but we from Savior Seat, which is South Carolina, and represent South Carolina and the whole nation out there. It's good to see a lot of my brothers from today in North Carolina and North Carolina. It's good to see y'all. Today we want to speak. This is my Earth True Equality.
Peace.
Today we want to talk to you about.
Real estate investment. We're going to build.
Are there any more chairs
investment.
anywhere?
What we do is we deal with rentals. We deal with rentals. We've had one flip, but mainly we purchase and we hold them. So we'll talk about real estate, and we also talk about property management. So Paul, we're going to talk a little bit about investment and how we started.
Right. So I have some things here I want to talk about. So I'm going to go all over the place and keep it straight to the point. Real estate invested for us. We started back in like 2011, and we bought my Earth. She actually bought a book,
Which I'm passing around.
Yeah.
That's how we first originally started. I watched the infomercial on TV and I ordered the books and I started reading that back in 2011. The end of 2011 is when I started reading. We started our first investment in August of 2012.
right? See, the thing with that is that me personally, I'm a steel mill worker. I've been here for the last 15 years. I'm still a steel mill worker, and she got this program. Watching TV one night, she got it. She bought it, and I asked her why she's staying up watching TV, spending money, and she bought it anyway. She started reading it, and then that's how we got started. Now, one thing with this investing in property and also knowledge itself is that I learned with knowledge itself, so you got to do something for yourself. So when I started investing in property, that's what I learned. You got to do something for ourselves. So when I got into real estate, that was the main thing that stood out to me. So how we got started? We got started with the book, of course. And me working in the steel mill, I had a little money saved up. So I had about a couple $1,000, I'd say about $5-8 grand saved up in the bank. Just sitting there, just regular old worker, saving my money up, putting it to the side. And then when the idea came, with investing in property, the opportunity came, we started to invest. Now, back in 2011, the market wasn't going so good. The market was down. She has the book. She wanted to go and look for properties. We started to go look at properties. And, we seen something for $35,000, $40,000. We got with a realtor. The realtor said now's a good time to buy. I'm thinking 40 grand is a lot of money. 35,000 is a lot of money. I can't afford that. So he started to sit us down. We started to go to the banks. The banks, as the brother was talking about credit, the banks ran my credit. I did pay my bills and I did have a decent credit score. I was able to get a loan. Now, what I found out by working on my job in the steel mill, that the banks looked at my income and also my retirement account, and they said, oh, okay, Mr. Nugget, we can loan you a good deal of money, which I didn't know. So it's always good to find out how much you can get from banks. So once they say, well, I think it was like 100 grand, so we can give you 100 grand, you go and do that. So I used that. I had to put down 20%. So we seen a house that was 40 grand. We got it. We tied it up. I had to put down 20% of that, which is 20% of 40 grand. 8 grand. 8 grand, that's right. 8,000. Paid 8,000. We got the house for 8,000. When we got the house for 8,000, it just needed some work, some cosmetic work. Now I have a zip drive here. If I can pull it up, and we'll see some of the houses. We got like 2 houses that I pull up. You can actually take a look at it. But once we got that, we started fixing it up, painting, cosmetics, and things of that nature. Then we started looking for a renter or, right there's fine. You can just, right there, 19, that's an example. That right there is a property that we have now that actually is, have carpet in it and walls. You can just flip through those for me, please. Just go through it little by little. Give you an example. So we do it like a single family home. 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom, basic home. Now you see there, that's after we put a fresh coat of paint on the wall, some carpet, made it look a little decent, new towels. So that's actually, the picture you're seeing now is actually after the fact, after we went and cleaned it up some. And as the brother keep going, you just see more pictures of how it would look after we did a little work to it. Now these are basic homes, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, 1 bath. Anybody can do it. So the main thing I want to talk to also about is that's actually the home itself. So if you look at that, I'm sure you've seen the homes in your neighborhood around they out there, So that's actually what the homes that we're dealing with. Now if you back out of that and go up to the new line, new line up there, right there. We also have some other pictures on there that will show you some. When we first got it, that's some of the things you'll see. These properties I have there, they wasn't too bad, but they did need work. So we had to tear down walls and fix the carpet and tear out the carpet. And those 2 boys right there, you see that they right there. So that's back in 2012. So as you can see, it turns into like a family business. It's something that we can have passed down to the babies, and then we get them involved. But as you see, we get them like that. And that property right there is actually our first property that we did get. And when I got it, the yard was a mess. The whole house was a mess, tore up. So I was real discouraged. Like, now I don't want to do this, too much work. But as we started tearing out carpet, we started tearing up all the trash and the garbage, and we called it detrashing. And then you walked into it, and you just got a bare house. We started saying, hold on, maybe this ain't too bad. And then we got the new carpet in there, and then we painted the walls, and then a light came on my head. I said, oh, this is not too bad. Maybe I can do this. So, and that's our first property right there that we did about it, and we fixed it up. Like you said, basic single-family homes, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. But thank you for that, brother. And so I got some key things I want to talk about. One thing is the financial freedom, of investing in real estate. Just the basic cash flow. So like, when you rent a property out, say $800 a month, $900 a month, $1,000 a month, that property right there cost me $40,000. I put down $8,000, so I owe $32. They set me with a 15-year mortgage, not a 30-year. In that time, I got a 15-year mortgage back in 2012. The rate's about 3.5, 4. They were real low because the market was messed up. So I got a 15-year, 3.5 mortgage on that. My mortgage payment was about $430 a month, right, on that property. That was insurance, that was taxes, all in one. You have to do it. So my IRF, she's gonna talk to you a little further about it, but we got somebody in there for $800 a month, and you see how it
They
goes.
pay it, and they
$400
keep
in my
some.
pocket, $400 go to the mortgage, and that's how it works. And you can do that over a period of time. You keep on going. Now, one thing about that is the financial freedom of the cash flow. Now, we've done flips where we bought properties and fix up and sell them. That's great too. That's fine to get into that. There's money involved in it. That's a good thing. But we basically stay on. We buy them and we hold them. Our main thing is to hold them because we want the cash flow. We want the income coming in every month. And that's where the financial freedom comes in at. You know, because I work at a steel mill. It's hot sometimes. Get real tired. You know. I don't know if you know about steel mill, but you got some jobs that strenuous. 12-hour shifts, steel toe boots. But basically, I get up 5 in the morning, 12-hour shifts. Come home a little tired. You do that over a period of years. It's still a good paying job, but eventually you want to have something for yourself. I don't want to pass it on to my children, but if they want to come on out to steel mill, they can have that. You see what I'm saying? But with this in my mind, with the properties, I can something that I can pass down to my children, or I have it in my mind, the security to say, you know what, if boss man's acting crazy today, or they want to lay me off, or if things ain't going right and they shut the steel mill down, because no job is guaranteed. I got the peace of mind to say, I got income coming through. Now, we've done a lot of these deals over the years. We've got like 16, 17 properties all together, just by doing it one step at a time, step by step. Now, we also have gone to the county house, and we go once a month. We go to the county, and they have something called Masters in Equity. Masters in Equity. And you go there, and they give you a list of all the properties for sale or for auction that's coming up. And they give you a list, and you go and you take the list, and you go and research all these properties. The address is right there. Now, you got Google Maps, it'll pull up right up to your phone. Boom, the property's right there. You can look at it, you can go by there, and when you go by there, you check it out, you say, maybe I like it, maybe I don't. You check the price range of it. It's all about the mortgage owned on the property. So if the bank wants 50 grand for that property that's owned onto it, you go there and you can bid on it. The opening bid starts at $2,500. That's the lawyer's fee. Anything other than that, you can have. So I've gone into these auctions with a list of properties that was in my price range, because I like the medium to lower income areas. I don't go for the big fish. I can't afford that right now. So I stay in my zone. And I write them down. Once I write them down, I go in there and we bid on them. And then they say $2,500, $3,000. And you go on, and it might sell for $30,000, it might sell for $20,000. I've gone in there and get them as low as $24,000. I bought homes for $7,000. And once you get them, you own them, and then it starts the process of going and fixing them up. Now, another thing I want to talk about is the black ownership. Just as far as owning something and having something for yourself. You own these properties, you can, like I said, pass it on to your children. Also, you can employ people. I got family that call me all the time. Papa, you got to work for me? I can paint, I can do plumbing. I got brothers who I call just to de-trash. I give them $100 to come in there and just take everything out of here and just put it on the outside for them. I have people that paint, plumbing, electrical work, and handymen, contractors. So you're able to employ people. You also can employ yourself if you know a trade. I know electrical work, so I can do that. So also, when you're dealing with real estate and buying property, now all those properties that I have, they're going up in value. So back then when I bought them for $40,000 or $35,000, now they're worth $80,000, $100,000, $110,000, $120,000. And I have low mortgages on them. Some of them we own outright. But the thing about it, when you're dealing with these kind of properties, now it changes the narrative. Because now I can sell it, to get money. If one of my children need a place to stay, they can stay in there. I got a 21-year-old son now that we put him into one of our properties, you know, because he was getting at that age. But I'm sorry. Doing that. You can rent it out, or you can refinance. Say I own the property outright, I paid $7,000 for it. Last time I checked, it's worth $70,000. I can go to the bank and say, listen, I want to refinance the property. They say, okay, Mr. Megan, we're going to give you $70 grand for the property. They'll cut me a check. 75%. They'll cut me a check. I can take that money, I can take that 30, 40 grand and go shopping again. We've done that. We've done that. We bought home 25,000. Market went up to 100,000. Refinanced it. Take the 75,000 out and went shopping. And bought 3 homes. And now you can take that money and go buy a car, go buy jewelry, go splurge, go to Jamaica. You know, because that's your money. You're gonna have a mortgage on it. Well, you gotta be smart, you know, with what your goals are. You know, our goals was financial freedom. You know, I don't want to have to go to work if I don't want to. That was my thinking. Now I'm not gonna quit my job because my job has been a good foundation to get money from banks. You understand? Banks like people who got jobs, you know, because they know if things go bad, you can pay from your job. Now, if you're out here and you have no job and you want to go to the bank, it's going to be kind of hard because they want to see something. They want to see how they get their money back. If I lend you this money, how you get their money back? You know, so the job's helping me out. But eventually, once the income property equals the job and it goes further than the job, I can make that option and say, you know what, I'm done here. And I can go. And I've said, thank you for your job, I appreciate it, and move on. You know, so that's the good thing about investing in real estate. That's why I love it. You know, I could drive around right now, right here in this town, and I'll be looking. I might not buy nothing, but my mind is really there. Some nice property right there. I'm gonna check that one out. You know, see what's worth. You know, see what's going on with it. You never know until you try. You know, and that's one thing that she put me onto that. Because my mom was, you know, I got a good job, work hard, saving my money. You know, we do something like that. You know, she brought it up and said, look, let's try a little bit of investment. So it's really about her.
Also, just to add on a little bit from what he said, you want to make sure that you do your due diligence when you're looking for a property. Meaning you got to go out there and you got to go under the house, check for wiring, all of those things. We climb through windows, everything, you know? So you have to do those things so that you're not buying a property that's going to cost you more than you actually pay for or going to have to put too much into it. Definitely do your due diligence. Hire somebody to come out there if you don't know. That's my handyman. He's my handyman. He'll go under the house and attics, anything, because you got to know what you're getting into. You know, you have to. So definitely do your due diligence if that's something that you're interested in doing. You know.
And also, our company is called Refine Realty. That's the name of our company, LLC, because we buy properties that need refining.
It's me.
Now, she started her own little company called
True Property Management.
Property Management, and she's going to tell you about that.
And that's just dealing with managing properties. It goes hand in hand. Once we started investing and got our first property, I was the landlord. I wouldn't say property manager, I was the landlord because I didn't have the title, which means my license. You have to have a license to get that title of property manager. Okay? So anybody could be a landlord as long as you own the property, you could be the landlord, but you can't be somebody else's property manager. That make sense?
Yes.
You can only be a property manager if you get your license and then you can manage for other people. So yes, we do have two LLC, the Refine Realty, which deals with the rental investment part, and we have True Property Management, which deal with managing property. So I have that. That's attached to trust accounts and different accounts, like one of the guys was just, Victory Allah was just talking about.
That's my
the different
brother.
accounts.
That's my brother.
Where he was talking about with the different accounts that you have. With True Property Management and Refine, we have multiple accounts that we use. Because with property manager, you have to have a trust account. That's where you would put all of your security deposits. They want to make sure that you're not going to use this money to spend it on something else. It has to be accounted for. Things that I deal with, while he's detrashing the place, as soon as we know we purchasing a property, I'm on my job. I deal with more admin stuff. I'm on my job. I'm already searching to find a tenant there. I'm listing stuff on websites, putting signs in the yard, That's my job. I'm already getting the candidates to come and sending out applications, you know, so that I can go ahead and get the best tenant possible. It ain't gonna be one, it's not gonna be two or three. I'm gonna have plenty because I wanna make sure that who I get is who I want. So, once we do that,
We also put it up on Facebook, we put it up on realestate.com, we put it up on the Section 8 website. I'll take a picture of the outside of the house. It's not finished yet, but the outside, take a picture of that and put it right up on the website because it's gonna take me at least 30 days to get this property right. And if I'm done in 30 days and then she doesn't have a renter, it's sitting there waiting. And we've done that from experience. So now we're waiting. So now she starts right up the muscle. She'll just start right up the muscle, just trying to find people to do that.
so, and my job is dealing with, inspections, going in, I go in every 3 months. I'll start off in 3 months, and then I push it back to 6 months. It depends on, the condition. So if I go there and the condition isn't good, they're gonna see me more often. So I tell them that. So the better their condition of the home, the less they see me. So I tell them all the time, if you don't wanna see me much, you keep the place clean, right? That's what you gotta do. And I tell them all the time, you don't always see me because I'm driving around the neighborhood because I wanna see how the
We
lawn
probably have to get some going.
because the outside tells you a whole lot about the inside. So if they don't have those things right, I'm sending them I'm taking a picture of what's wrong, and I'm sending it to them. I'll text them, I'll write them a letter, and I give them that time before I say, okay, I'm going to charge you. If I have to send somebody out there to do your lawn, I'm going to charge you for that. So it's just things that I have to make sure that I have a team. We didn't talk about that when we were first doing the investment. You have to have a team. You have to have people to do certain things already. Your contractors, which we got this guy that we use all the time, and if we got problems, so when we're going to look out, we'll call him out, come take a look, see what's going on, so they'll know. But you have to have a team. I have to have my plumbing, electrical, contractors, any little things that may go wrong. Power now is my handyman. We don't like that, but he's my handyman because anytime there's something going on, he'll fix it. And that just comes through growth because he couldn't fix everything before. He just learned. He'll Google it, YouTube it or whatever. That's the best handyman I can find right now. That's the best one because the other guys, they're not available, their price is too hard. And that's the only way you can save money. You need to do these things yourself. So if you're going to invest in properties, one, you're okay, but if you're doing multiple, you need to learn how to do those things yourself. If not, you're going to constantly see yourself putting money out. Constantly see yourself putting money. And that's what we started at. So we had to do something different. You can't keep doing the same thing. You got to do something different. So that's what we did. We started learning how to do different things and cut out the middleman. Well, I deal with tenants. We do cash. We also deal with housing, Section 8. So most of them I deal with Section 8. I mean, it's a little hard dealing with Section 8, but, that's my people. Who else is better to understand them? So we have quite a few that we deal with housing. We're actually partners. Housing and we're partners because they make sure that I get paid and I make sure that they have, the people that they have a place to stay. I just had a call from one of the caseworkers 2 days ago asking me, do you have something? He calls me constantly. In a good way to screen your tenants is through them. They already do inspections. So when they go out, you just ask them, how is this person now? I do rental history and employment. And then I just talk to them over the phone and get a little bit of history from them, things like that. I don't go too much in detail of trying to get a background check and things like that.
One thing as far as with the Section 8 is because for me, I'm in it for a business. That's what I want. I'm not being disrespectful like that. So I want the income. So I love Section 8 because they cut the checks and they're not going to be late. And the government going to cut that check right to your account. There's no more sending checks and that stuff. It's right to your account. It's a good way for us to get some financial freedom because there's all kinds of ways out here to get money I can deal with veterans, disabled. You know, if you're disabled, you know, you get a check for housing. It's all about getting a check for housing. All that is accepted. And as long as we have the properties available, they can get that money. There's money out there that we can get from the government that's sitting there, just like food stamps. There's money, food stamp money that's sitting there. You'd be surprised. It doesn't work. It doesn't go away. It doesn't just. It's like a bottomless pit, like so with food stamp money. It's the same thing with government housing. It's there for you. The money is there. We just got to know how to get the money to our account. And one way to get some of that money is by real estate investing. You know, it's by owning properties. It's by putting your people in Section 8, white or black. But I also want to get into the people, the tenants that we deal with, because it's very. When I got into it, I was about the money, you know. But as I go on, I'm still about the money, and what we're doing as far as with our people, with these black females, you know, and these children.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot that we have to deal with them. Single mothers all the time. We become family. Once you're there for a certain amount of time, you become family with your tenant. And that's why it's important for you to get a property manager instead of managing it yourself, because you can tend to be lenient on them because now you're friends. I have this one tenant that she literally thinks we are family. She will call me all the time, Miss Trina. Miss Trina.
That's my
She
sister.
want to talk about her kids or what's going on with her, and I sit and I listen. But at first, I let the phone go to voicemail. I don't want to talk to her right now. Let me just see what's going on, and then I'll call her back and say, okay. She just want to talk to me, vent a little bit, get my opinion, things like that. She look at me like a older sister, and that's what she told me. So she called me all the time, and he can vouch for it. Like, I mean, she's really, you know. But anyway, she has 4 children, and she's there by herself, you know. So 2 boys and 2 girls. And we build with them all the time. All the time we go there. They're up on us like we literally are family. But I love them. I love them to death, you know. As long as they're Section 8, so we get our money. So that's easy. But you just gotta keep the place up. She's not too bad. We gotta stay on her, do the yard, things like that. We go there, the kids, if things are not ordered, I'm quick to tell them. Whatever little man name is up, once you go outside and pick them garbage, go by. So I'm that type of person. I'll just tell them, you know, you need to go do those things. We got this one tenant that we had recently. Oh yeah, my job also is to do evictions. Yeah, I've done like 4 or 5 of those already, and it's broke. So this one tenant, he's fairly new to us. I had to serve an eviction on him. He didn't want to pay. He didn't want nobody that we picked. When we bought that apartment complex, he was already there. So and he tends to push back with paying his rent. So I gotta let him know you gotta either you pay so you can stay, because if you don't, you won't. My job is pay, you stay, you don't, you won't. So if you don't pay, why you need to stay? I gotta pay my mortgage to stay at home. So if you don't pay your rent, you're not going to stay. And that was going on for a while, so no more threats. I finally had to serve him an eviction notice.
One thing to add on to that is the black ownership that we're able to relate better with our own people. If it was Caucasian dealing with that, you know, they probably been gone a long time ago. We deal with people who have hardships sometimes. They don't have their rent money, they pay cash, don't have their rent money. I have it next week, I have it 2 weeks from now, and we're very lenient. As long as you talk to us and say, listen, I don't have it right now, I'll have it 2 weeks from now, I have it next week from now, we got no problem with that. But probably with someone else, you know, Caucasian or not, they probably won't be as lenient. And that's what I've learned, is to have some more compassion, because we're dealing with people. You know, even though you can say, I'm about my money and everything like that, at the end of the day, you're dealing with people. And people have hard times, and they come into hard times, and we have to learn how to deal with that. You know, but overall, I can say that it's been a good thing for me, because it puts me in a direction where I can do something for myself. It's very important that we have to do something for ourselves. We can't stay locked in on these jobs forever and expect them to be there for us. We're going to have to create some things for ourselves, no matter what it is. We just found real estate. You know, find anything that you're good in and push to it. Push to it and do something for yourself. Because if you're doing anything as far as painting, plumbing, electrical, look what you're going to find. You're going to find us. You know. So keep on doing something to do something for yourself, you know. And that's the main thing I want to bring out this.
And also, listen, it is so hard to work with our people as being black owners. They treat you so different. They treat you so different as being black. Oh my goodness. I mean, we were like, okay, now if we were Caucasian, would you have done this or would you have said this? I have one of the tenants tell me, oh yeah, I know that this is your first time managing. You know, because I told him something. I was like, it's not my first time managing anything. I've been managing, starting at a restaurant when I was 16 years old. So I've been managing, and that's why I'm in this field of managing, because that's my role. I feel like I'm good with that. You know, so when you feel like you're good with something, and you stick with it.
Oh, one thing I want to add is like, we part of this nation. So we came up here not to brag, not to be boastful about none of this stuff, because they call all the time for me to have to do things. So I might be in a suit now, and tomorrow you won't even recognize me, because I got to do some work. But we in this nation, and I say that to say that anybody got any questions that want to know how to do this, want to know how to get started, want to know the first step, say, hey, Power, I bought a property, I'm looking at a property, I got a question on a property, and Earth, I'm thinking about getting into some investing. I got a question for you. I went down to the courthouse, I went on realtor.com, I found a property. Can you look at it for me? That's what I'm about. I'm about giving back. I'm about building. Each one teach one. So if anyone in this room, got any question about Earth got a card there, you call that card. If you got any questions, you're in North Carolina, you in Victory Law, you in Savior C, and you're thinking about even the thought, you even thinking about doing something in real estate, give me a call. Give the Earth a call. Ask me any kind of question you got. There is no dumb question. And that's your foundation. That's how we're going to build. It took me from one, and I just kept building step by step. And that's all we got to do. We can link this whole thing up. The whole region full.
And the Earth will drill you before you get to the guards.
I have to go to the law.
Yeah, she.
I have to go to the law.
Peace.